Do the last update. I brought that brother back. I'm going to walk. I'm here with George, and Diane, and Bob, and Mondo. George, I'm going to have you say a word when I walk back.
Okay.
I'm doing videos today, and then I stopped to bring that brother back.
I did. I got it.
I picked the guy you saw in the last video. He kind of was wandering out there on the highway when you saw him. He gave me a fake name because I could tell. I picked it. That's fine. It didn't make a difference. As soon as I shut the video off, because I told him, he said he was heading to San Antonio, and but he was kind of just on the road, hitching. So when I left, I stopped at a little gas station about halfway from San Antonio to Corpus Christi, and then he had said, well, Corpus Christi is fine. He'd be willing to go back. And sure enough, when I got up on the highway, I was in the middle of doing videos, and I listen to my music when I'm driving, loud. I thought, I don't know if I should pick him up. But then he was hitching. So I stopped. I said, okay, brother, I'll give you a ride. I think he was in Aransas Pass for a while, and he's someone from the street. And as I talked to him, I told him, I said, I got some friends where I live in Corpus Christi, which is Flower Bluff. I said, if you're on the street, brother, I'll just I'll introduce you to some of my friends and, take it from there. Because on the highway where he was at, that was... But we talked all the way back. And I told him I had a lot of friends that have done prison time and all, so they don't feel it. Then he, opened up. I could tell after I just with him for a while, you could see he was kind of like some of my other friends, which is fine. And then he said, like, somebody picked him up at another time. He said, I had all my stuff in that guy's truck, and then he just took off. But I could tell, not that this new guy you saw on the video, he already took off, but he might have had a little bit of a mental problem, possibly. Because he'd ask like a lot of questions, and he looked maybe like someone that somebody else took off, when he got out of their vehicle, because he was asking them like, what's this? And a lot of farmland coming into Corpus, and he says, what's that? And it looks like something's next to the vehicle following us. And sometimes we say tweaking. And so it seemed as if he acts a little strange, so he would maybe make somebody feel uncomfortable, but that was okay. I talked to him the whole way back. It was kind of funny because I said, look, there's a spot where some of my other homeless friends, which was right here, I said, I wasn't going to come to the bluff today, but I changed the plans. This was the last video. And then when we pull up, he's like, there's a lot of cops there, because the police station's right over there. And he was uncomfortable with that. Now he went and he saw the little area. He was going to go to one of the stores and pick up some soda and stuff. And it looks like he might have recognized, he said he has been here before. So that was okay. And, and also people maybe that you pick up. I haven't picked up hitchhikers in a while. I used to. And they sometimes wonder about you, like me, because they're thinking, why would somebody pick me up? But I try to tell them I have a lot of friends that have been in your position, brother. I said, I'll introduce you, which I did. I got out here, and George and Bob and Mondo and a few. So he said hi, and they kind of like, I said, I'll vouch for you, brother. And so anyway, that's the end. He's originally from Ohio. He told me his name was Roger, but I could tell he made it up. I said, what's your name, brother? I'm John. He kind of took a few seconds before he gave me a name. Of course, it's sad, the situations that we see. So I figured I'd end this last one just to give you that update. I tried to tell that brother, Roger, I tried to tell him where there's some resources here where we live, this area. I saw a couple of other friends as we were coming in. So I said, my other friends that have been on the street for a while, I said, they'll be able to fill you in on, where they feed Timmons, Brother Dave, Brother Ray. So there are resources available. Being on the street and being homeless, Bob is right behind me, by the way, in his truck. It's hard to do that. It's difficult, but a lot of people have done that. So, being I did come all the way back, I'll see if George wants to say. George, do you have any words for any of our friends? I was doing videos today, and then when I picked up that brother, that's kind of why we wound up coming. Say a word. Anything you want to say?
Well, God bless Brother John for whatever he does and whenever he does it. We're all in the same boat. Just love and
what did you think when I showed up with some new homeless guy, like on the street? Like, who's John got with him today?
Well, I thought it was Claire at first.
Oh,
I thought it was
gonna
Claire.
be mad. You know, George. As soon as we got here, George asked, "Did you give the dollar?" So that brother knew I was telling him the truth. Because when I first ran into him way over at that gas station, I took my wallet out. I said, "You want a dollar? I give one every day," and he didn't take it. So George asked, and I said, "That's great."
John gives $1 out to
Yes,
everybody.
every day.
Whoever asks first.
Yes, and that brother,
And-
Bob.
Go ahead.
Bob, do you have?
John for nothing.
Do you want to give a testimony? You're on.
Not
You're online.
today. I'm not up to it.
Okay, Mondo, you want to say?
John, I'll say something.
Yes,
I never
go ahead.
asked you for nothing, John.
No, I know.
I never have. You know, but it's all right that you do that type of thing. I do it. I used to do it, but then I started feeling kind of sad because when I don't have no money, and
No,
you
that-
go
yeah,
around them.
Oh, I'm not talking about the dollar.
No.
You know
but
what's
on
funny?
my behalf is different.
When I first met Mondo, I remember one day we were at the park. Whenever I met him 8
Yeah.
months ago, but Mondo was talking about Jesus, and he's saying, I remember this. He says, "I thank Jesus for what I got." I think he had gotten a new pair of shoes. He worked and somebody gave him shoes. And he's talking about the Lord, which was great. And then he says, and sometimes people don't like it when I talk about Jesus. And I thought Mondo knew I kind of do ministry, but he didn't. He said, and maybe you're offended that I'm talking about Jesus. And I said, Mondo, I said, no. I said, I do ministry, brother. I'm glad you're talking about Jesus. But he was bringing it up on his own.
Oh yeah,
which
yeah,
I
yeah.
liked. And that's Diane over there. Say hi, Diane.
Hi.
Okay, that's it. I figured I'd end it with, you see some of my friends. I forgot about the joke. I was going to tell the joke. I just remembered it now. A couple of weeks ago, there was some people that came up to the park, and they were telling you could get resources at this church. They're going to help, hurricane or whatever. And so I kid George a lot. So after the lady left, I said, George, I don't know if you're going to be able to get any resources at the Catholic Church, because they mentioned the Catholic Church is giving away resources. So as a joke, I said, because of your history, I said, I don't want to bring it up. I said, but that one time you dressed up like a priest and went to the church. Now I'm joking. I said, and you asked, they said, can we help you, Padre? And I said, you told them I'm here for the communion wine. Now that was a joke. And then George says, like he did something like that once in the past. I was like, you kidding? Not dressed up like a priest, but I guess he asked once at one of the churches.
I just said, can I have a piece of the blood?
Oh, so he must have done something like that once, and I was just joking. I didn't think, there was kind of a trick.
That
All
was
right.
in San Antonio by the blood.
So you did do that. I was almost up there. All right, that's it. I figured I'd just give an update, and you'd see all my friends. God bless everybody.